Hi everybody! So I've been reading the Ruby Oliver books recently, and I'm halfway through the fourth one, and I will write a review on that on my blog in the next day or so be sure to look out for that, and I'll put a link to that in the description whenever it's up. But what that means is that lately I've been obsessed with making lists. Now, I'm normally the kind of person who makes to-do lists like a crazy person and marks things off, small stupid things like eat lunch so that I feel productive. But today's list is going to be a little bit overdue. I've decided to give you a top 12 of 2012 for my favorite YouTubers. So because I've been obsessed with lists, I should tell you that I have segmented these into different categories. Also, I will put links to every one of these channels in the description because if you are not already subscribed to them, you should be. So my favorite vlogger is Rosie. She's Miss X Rojas, I think. I'll put a link to that in the description because I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. She talks a lot about books, which of course I love, but she also talks a lot about just life in general and living in the UK. She works in retail, but she also does a lot of things like she worked at Penguin for a few weeks at some point in the past few months, and she has some really great roommates, and she just is really great in front of the camera, really comfortable, but also really natural. I just really like it when she uploads a video. Okay, so these next two people I'm gonna kind of refer to as comedy, and because they do a lot of skits, but they also do a lot of vlogging, and they also do a lot of just like weird stuff. And one of them is Wheezy Waiter because I knew him a little bit in Chicago, but more because in the past year, I mean, not only is he funny, but there's a sort of like sweetness to his videos because of China that I just absolutely adore. Plus, I think he and China are just like the cutest couple ever. The other one in this category is Dan from Dan Is Not on Fire, and he's really big in the UK. So I hope that you've heard of him. Him and Phil, his roommate, are really lovely. But I really enjoy Dan's videos. I laugh every single time, and I'm constantly looking for them. He used to upload on every Thursday, and so I'd like rush to the computer on Thursdays to go watch a Dan video. He's really good, and he has a kind of strange sense of humor that I really approve of. In the education category, I'm going to go with Crash Course, which should surprise absolutely nobody. Okay, so we're going to go with booktubers now. But of course, my favorite booktuber is Susie because she's a friend of mine and I just think she's lovely. She reads a lot of books, she loves books, but she also works in a library, so she encounters books in a different way than a lot of other booktubers do, and I really enjoy that. There's also somebody she introduced me to who doesn't upload videos very often and who honestly, I cannot remember her name, but her username is like I Love Reading 65 or something. I'll put the actual title somewhere over there. But whenever she uploads videos, she talks about books in a very kind of logical, straightforward way. But she's really good about it. Like, it's not just a synopsis, it's a very in-depth, analytical thing on why she likes the book or why she wanted to get the book. So you feel like you understand the book on a deeper level without ever having read it. It's just great. I think she's really good. Okay, so I'm going to mention the next person in the beauty column, but I also love her book channel. So, Kaylee Hyde, you're just really great. I really connected with Kaylee's Closet this year. I mean, I always love her book reviews. I think she does a really smart and concise job. But I really like her fashion reviews because I love her sense of fashion. It's very bohemian, which you don't find a lot in beauty gurus on YouTube. But also because she's going to do what's right for her skin and for herself as a person and not worry about the rest of it. And I love that she wears a lot of rings. I'm obsessed with that recently. And I should say that the person who really got me into watching beauty gurus is Ingrid from Miss Glamourozzi. It's Luke Conard's girlfriend. And I love that she brings a kind of quirky nerdiness to all of it. And she's always getting new things, so you're never bored watching her videos. That makes sense. She's not using the same products over and over again. Time for the music category, and this is not going to surprise you at all, but one of my favorite ones of 2012 was Landon Austin. And not just because he's cute. His voice is great. I have yet to find a song by him that I don't like, and his covers are even really well done, which is a bit of an accomplishment. I usually get kind of tired of people doing covers to up their view channel counts, you know, it irritates me. But his are so good that I often would rather listen to them instead of the original. The other person that I came across in 2012 that really struck a chord with me, music-wise, on YouTube is That Poppy. And I think her voice is unique, and I just everything she sings, I want to hear like 15 times in a row. And I've yet to be sick of any of it. So these two technically aren't YouTubers. I'm going with web series for this last category. And I love the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, which should not surprise anybody at all because I love Pride and Prejudice. But I do think that they're doing a really, really great job with this adaptation. I can't wait to go watch new videos every single time it uploads. It's just so good. And the actors are really talented. The script is amazing. The concept for it is really wonderful. I love it so much. The other web series I really loved this year was Pops, and I really like Platoon and Power Squadron. I think they do a wonderful job. The effects are great. The people involved in it are so nice. I've met a good portion of them, and they're just really lovely people. Also, for the record, I really liked Job Hunters, too. I wasn't as excited to watch each installment as I was with the other two web series, which is why it didn't make it into my top 12. But I did really enjoy it, so I feel like there are a lot of great things coming for that. So kudos to Christina Horner and everybody else involved in it. So that's all that I have for you today, and I hope that you have a lovely weekend.